going on, y'all? This is Lo.
This is Key, and we're Low Key. So today we're going to talk about patterns and how patterns can tell you a lot about a person or whoever you're dealing with. So whenever we say patterns, you want to check that person's, I call it track record. So how do they respond? How do they act? How do they solve problems? Like, what's the pattern? What is their actions?
Yep.
Like, how do they act out in certain situations? And that depends on the person's mindset. So whenever you look at the actions is just the results of the way a person thinks. So it's their mindset. So I think a lot of times we overlook the patterns, and we overlook the patterns, we overlook the mindset of a person, and we make excuses for them. Like, oh, they didn't mean that. Or, oh, I don't think they were trying to say that. But no, that's exactly what it was. They said exactly what they meant to say. They said exactly, or they did exactly what they meant to do.
Exactly.
You just haven't come to terms with it. So you need to check their patterns.
Yeah.
See how they respond under pressure. See how they respond to a certain situation. I think one of the good ways to know the patterns of a person is to observe. That's you never,
that's number one.
Don't talk too much, just observe.
Yeah.
Analyze.
Yeah.
You know?
It's real.
And
That's
it'll tell
one.
you some things about a person. And you'll know who you want to deal with and who you don't want to deal with. Because sometimes it's not even worth it.
Yeah. Based on observation.
Mm-hmm.
I think we done got so smart as a human race. We done got away from the things that made us survive from the beginning. A child doesn't know, is not fluent verbally. It goes off actions of the mother. Mm-hmm. That's how it learns how to do everything. You know, same thing with us. Like, we are innately supposed to be able to spot the actions because that's what we did as infants. Mm-hmm. But things have gotten so complex with technology and all of this and all of that. We have become more influenced by words than the reality of a person's actions. Mm-hmm. So if a person is good at words, casting spells on your mental, spelling, they casting spells on your mental. Mm-hmm. They able to sway you away from the reality of their actions.
Absolutely.
And patterns is their actions.
Mm-hmm. In a sequence.
In a sequence of events. That's why they got where they at. Never mind what somebody say comes second. Mm-hmm. Yeah, communication resolves issues and stuff, but what's the patterns? Mm-hmm. We communicate once or twice, you know, but what is this individual pattern? Mm-hmm. People say shit all the time, mm-hmm. and you got some people that's better at casting spells than others.
Talk game on Smash.
For real. You know what I'm saying?
Talk game.
And if you become overtaken by the spells they casting, they just Harry Potter in you.
Yep.
Boom.
Absolutely.
And you don't know what the hell going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's the patterns. Overlooking that can save you. If you don't overlook it, it can save you like time, energy.
Do you think people recognize patterns without thinking about it though?
Yeah, I think they do. Let me tell you why I think they notice it, but they just don't recognize it.
Let them know.
So, like, when somebody does something to you, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so for instance, I step on your toe. I'm sorry. And then we walk past each other again, and I step on your toe again. Oh, I'm sorry. You like, dang, you done stepped on it one time, like you gonna step on it again? So you like, all right, walk off. I come back, I step on your toe again. You like, look now, like, okay, you didn't. So the first time, you know that I stepped on your toe. The second time, you know for sure that I stepped on the toe. Now you're questioning my intentions.
Exactly.
So you recognize, now this is a pattern because you done did it 3 times.
Yep.
So it's like we know, we recognize it, we know, we just don't come to terms with it.
Why?
Because I think in the mind, a lot of people avoid confrontation.
Boom.
They avoid confrontation. They don't want to have to go through all of the rejection and the backlash and all of that. When it's just simple, you expressing how you feel. And sometimes people can't take that. They do get emotional. But you got to pick and choose your battles. Like, you got to know how much does this weigh.
Exactly. If they care so much about you. So if confrontation and worried about how the person feel meant so much to them as it does to you, why are their actions not in your best interest? But you not letting them know what's going on because you don't want to hurt their feelings. But they obviously put your feelings last.
Because they selfish. And
Go ahead.
Yeah, they selfish. I'm listening. I just was about to say that.
Our brain is a neural network. When you learn something new, a new neuron, whatever it's called, I think it's a damn neuron. It's called something. Like a little vein is created in your brain. You know, and that vein becomes stronger and stronger and stronger the more you refer back to that thing, creating a pattern.
Yep.
These neurons are created so we exert less energy when referring to that thing. That's why people are able to play tricks on your mind, show you certain numbers, and then the number is not really that because you so used to referring to a certain neuron to identify that thing that when they switch it over, you still see that thing because you referring to your neural network, you know? And it's not even there.
It's not.
Patterns is how we learn. Patterns is how we strategize. And patterns should be the main thing that we identify a personality with, you know? And then the communication, verbally.
Because, like, you start, whenever you learn something new, you consciously learn it, right? You take your time, you learn it. And then you keep doing it in repetition. It becomes a pattern. Yeah, it gets easier and easier. And then it goes to your subconscious. So then you don't take as much energy doing it as you did when you first did it. So that means that it's a pattern. So a lot of people say, I wonder why I did that. I didn't mean to do that. No, you did mean to do it. Because it's in your intention. You never do anything you don't want to do. When you do something, you're doing it because you want to do it. You are doing it because you want to do it. And then you keep doing it through repetition. It forms patterns. And when somebody apologizes, don't apologize. Don't take that. Look at their pattern.
It's patterns don't change.
No, when we like, I don't know why my husband keep cheating on me. I don't know why my boyfriend keep cheating on me. I don't know. Okay, now he's done it 3 times. Why are you even like, at this point, you should be gone. Or you should be seeking help.
Yep.
Or you should be doing more than just talking and asking why.
Yep.
Same with women. I don't know why she's so promiscuous. I don't know why. Okay, at this point, you already knew that she was talking to somebody. You already knew that. She's done it before. There's a pattern. You got to interrupt the pattern. That's why they say the perfect place to be is in pain whenever you're working out, because you got to interrupt the pattern of being comfortable.
Boom, that's a perfect one. Yep, because the neurons are fired off and your muscles remember, so they're using less energy to do the thing that took more, and that's real.
Absolutely.
If you form an addiction, yeah, I be hearing a lot of drug addicts and stuff say it's a disease, and okay, I understand that. But it's either you become the victim, because all it is energy. Addictive drugs, it just has a way, it takes more energy. You have to put more energy into coming out of those things that's addictive, physically and mentally. So if you stay doing these things that's bad for your health, you can say it's a disease and I can't help myself. It's just you not willing to put in the extra energy.
There you go.
That's why people stay in their same mental state. Because it takes energy to transform.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know? That's why people like generation, same thing, because it's easy. You ain't thinking, you ain't writing, you ain't reading.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You not doing nothing to interrupt the pattern. You're around the same people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Real.
And that's why whenever, I think it was a motivational speaker, anyway, David Goggins, when he said, he was talking about how he have to remind himself daily by going through the pain of not to be, because your mind will go straight back to being lazy.
The easiest way.
Because it's
That's
easy.
crazy.
It's easy. Because I think our bodies, like our minds, are meant to...
It just want to live.
Yeah. It's not trying to do the hardest thing.
Yeah, it could give a damn about what you talking
Surviving.
about. That shit trying to lay up under the tree. For real. Oh, them stimmies came.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, body shut down. Victim turned into a straight up victim. You gotta put in a certain amount of energy.
You do.
To change your situation.
Interrupt the patterns.
And people who talking, let them talk. Cause that talking take energy too.
Yeah, it do.
You know, so shut the hell up. Change your pattern if you want it to change. If not, do you, man. You got something else, man?
That's it.
This low.
This is Key, and we're low key.
Like, comment,
and subscribe.
peace.